guys, and welcome back to North.node Metaphysical. I hope you all are doing well. As usual, it's been a few months. There's been a lot going on in my life, and I'm sure there's a lot been going on in your life. So we're going to get into some things, and hopefully you guys can send me comments or come into the store and let me know how things are going for you. And hopefully you can hear me fine. Obviously, I won't know until I look back at this, but we're going to try it. It's the first video in my second new office. North.node did change into a better building and all the way around a better space and a lot more stuff inside here. So it's amazing. If you haven't come in and seen us, please do. We're doing all kinds of things. I am having um, teaching sessions, in my first class that I'm going to do in store is called Parenthood Transitions, and that is to help parents who are going through a hard time letting go of a grown-up children or kids with disabilities, underage and adults, and just have a community to speak to. So that is my first big class here in my new store. I'm also going to be doing readings at Jimmy's Hometown Bar starting this month. And there's a lot of new things coming that I am doing, which is always seems to be the thing. I just keep building more things on to what I'm doing. I do want to talk about the eclipse coming up a little bit. I want to talk about the frustrations and the changes that are coming around this time and some personal things that are going on in my life. So maybe you won't feel so alone. Um, and yeah, and we may pull some cards. I don't know. I just want to get back on here and share what is going on. First of all, I will be having a ribbon cutting on the Eclipse at 11:30 here at the Connorsville store. And my new address is 629 North Central Avenue, Connorsville, Indiana. And I have a huge sign outside that lights up the street at night. And so if you would like to come and share that with me, that would be amazing. And I would appreciate it. That's at 11:30 a.m. And then obviously the eclipse is later on in the afternoon. So we will be having lots of sales and things going on. Also this week only, I am having a major discount on birth chart readings. If you want to understand how this eclipse is going to impact you, where Aries is in your chart, and that is massively important, and a lot is going on, and you're probably already feeling it. It has been, like I said, if you look at my last video, it's been a while since I've posted it, and there's a lot of reasons to that. A lot of changes going on in my life, a lot of things that needed to happen for my highest good, even though it doesn't feel that way in the time that it's happening. But so it is, as above, so below, as within, so without. So I'm dealing. So I hope you are too. So let's start with, I want to talk about the parenthood transition classes that I'm going to be doing. For starters, because a lot has happened in my life when it comes to being a parent and figuring out what that means to me now at 48. It was a lot different when I was 23 and where I was in my life and where I am now and where my kids are. And there has been a lot going on. There's a lot that I can't say on here because there are cases that are going on and I have to deal with that personally. But two of my children are going through a lot. One of them right now is in Plainfield in a behavioral health situation, and hopefully he'll be out in 7 days. He is my underage child. And then my older child was just diagnosed with schizophrenia delusions. And it's all been really hard on me because I can't tell him that he's in a delusion because to him it's not a delusion. To him, he is in a psychotic break and he is saying things and doing things and believing things that are not true, but they're very true for him. And that's a hard place to be as a mom, a very hard place to be as a mom. And my 17-year-old is going through a lot of things, and he is trying to find himself, and he has caused a lot of things to come down in my life. And I'm just going with the punches of what this all means. And I am praying that he gets better by the time he gets to come home. The devil's in the details, and I'm going to keep some of that to myself. But things have not been very easy. And on top of that, if you're on my Facebook page, then you realize that I got put in the hospital a couple weeks ago, and I've tried to stay away from the hospitals since that was my life for a good 7 years before I got diagnosed with my rare kidney disease. But I ended up in the hospital because of everything going on and my kids and trying to be there and trying to run the store and trying to own a business and all the things that I do. I ended up having to go to the hospital. And I was in one step down from ICU. I was not allowed to get out of bed. Blood pressure was extremely high, heart rate was extremely high, and I found out that I am in first stage heart failure, which, I always knew I had a broken heart, just didn't know how broken. But it has a lot to do with my fight and flight and my regulation of my emotions and the things that were done as a child. And my heart is always on. My nervous system can't regulate itself from what is okay and what is not because of the way that I was raised and the things that I have been through in my life. And I can transmute it and I can keep going strong and helping others, but I am still human. I am still having this experience with you, no matter how much spirituality I have and know. So if you're going through stuff like that, I'm here with you. Also, I'm a Scorpio rising, as most of you know, and we have tons of shit going on in Aries, which means my everyday life. And my Cryon is there, which is the wounded healer, and that's the health house. So yeah, we're going to revisit some health stuff for me. So if you're going through a lot of things right now, depending on where your Aries house is, there's a lot of things that have changed. When Pluto went into Aquarius, it's changing everything. Truths are coming out. If you watch the news or know what's going on, all truths will be revealed. I said that last year on my last video. All truths will be revealed. This will not be when we go into 2025, you'll look at life a whole differently than what you thought your perception was before. So all truths, all things are coming down. It is going to seem very chaotic, and it is, but it is for your highest and greatest good. And depending on where you are spiritually, is how you're going to experience this. And all the times that I was telling you that you had to deal with transformation, you had to deal with the dark nights of the soul, you had to go through these things to change. It is for what is going to happen through the eclipses On the eclipse, we have Mercury retrograde. We have solar flares going on. We have a massive amount of things happening at one time. They are turning on CERN the day of the eclipse. There is a meteor coming toward Earth during the day of the eclipse. So, yeah, there are some shit going down some more. Sorry, I'm shaking that table. So, it is important to know your birth chart. Very important to know where all this energy is going to be for you and where Pluto is in your chart in Aquarius and where the next 20 years is leading you, along with your north node and where you're supposed to be going to. Because all you can do is row your boat gently downstream. And the more we try to fight against what is happening, the harder it's going to be. Trust me. I'm not saying this because I'm a pro at it. I'm saying it because I have been being put through the fire and seeing if I can still stay that, which isn't too abnormal for my life, but I'm not getting any breaks. It's an everyday thing. So I have decided I am going to do the best that I can every day, be the best mentor, friend, wife, mother that I can do. And that's all I can do. I can't, I have all the reasoning. I have all the thoughts processes of why things are going like they are for my two boys. But there's nothing that I can do about it. They have to make their decisions for their life. I gave them life. They get to choose what they do with it. I'm just here when they need me right now. And hopefully, if you're going through some things that are similar, then you can come and we can talk about it and we can make a community of it. So, yeah, there's some things about a little bit about me, and I really would like to do your astrology chart. If you don't know it, if you don't get one by me, please get someone to tell you before next Monday. Look it up for yourself, figure it out, do some research, figure out where Aries is in your chart, where Aquarius is, and what's all going to be going on. I really highly suggest you do that so that you're prepared for the hits. Okay. I just also want to take the time to thank everyone who has supported North Node, all the people who have been my bright spot during some of the darkest months of my life, which is weird coming from me because it's death and rebirth all the way around. And I don't even, sometimes I don't know how I get up every day, but I do. And some days I don't. But I honor that. And I need you to honor that when you need to have compassion for yourself also. Okay. So as we're coming back, and I have more things that are going to be, I keep saying that, and I want to get online. And there's parts of me that are sometimes I am too sad to get online, or there's too much going on for me to come on here and keep saying all of this stuff. And when I'm talking about what's going to happen in the future and what's going on, and I feel like I need time for you, for others to catch up who watch my videos and understand. Um, but the time is now. The truths are being revealed, and this is just the tip, just a little bit of it. So be prepared and understand that not everything is as it seems. And it's okay to understand that you haven't seen life clearly, and be patient with yourself in understanding that what you thought was real was not, because that has a lot to do with a lot of things when people come in here right now, not understanding how things are changing so fast and how they didn't see one thing, or how they didn't get out of this situation or that situation, or how they saw it differently. So honor and have grace for yourself. And it's not easy. Sometimes I have to have others remind me of that, to have grace for myself and compassion. And sometimes I just want to scream, and sometimes I want to cry, and sometimes I want to laugh, and sometimes I want to do video. So have compassion for yourself. So enough with that. Let's see, what else do we want to discuss? It probably won't be too long. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Please come and see me in the store if you have any questions, or you just want to say hi or see what the new store looks like. It's amazing. All my friends in Indianapolis, take a trip. It's a beautiful drive and see what's going on. And let's talk and know that I love you all so very much. And until next time.